Today I'm going to show you how to make pan de Siosa. The recipe for the pan de Siosa is very similar to ensaymada. Actually, you can use it interchangeably. The difference is that the ensaymada is coiled while the pan de Siosa is formed into small balls stuck together. I hope you'll enjoy my version of pan de Siosa. Here are the ingredients. For the sponge, 1/2 tablespoon instant dry yeast, 1/2 cup all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup water. For the dough, 1/2 tablespoon instant dry yeast, 1 cup warm milk, 1/2 cup sugar, 4 egg yolks, 1 teaspoon salt, 4 cups all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup butter. Let's make the sponge. You put together water, yeast. Make sure always that your yeast is active. You'll know if your yeast is active because it will form bubbles, or you can see some small bubbles. I'm using instant dry yeast. And then you add in flour. You mix this. Once the flour is completely mixed, you cover this and you let it rise for about 1 hour and use this as a sponge. Alright, let's cover this. Cover with plastic. If you don't have plastic, you can use a damp towel. Alright, we'll see this back in an hour. This is the sponge after 45 minutes. You can see some fine bubbles here. Right, so let's prepare the dough. I have here milk, yeast. So remember, in this recipe we added the yeast 2 times, half on the sponge and half on the dough. And then we have sugar, egg yolks, and then the sponge we're going to add is here. When you make a sponge, the dough is softer and the finished product is also softer. And then I have here salt. You add to the flour and then you mix it to the flour and pour it here. And then we mix 1 to 2 minutes at low speed until a dough is formed. Once the dough is formed, you add in butter. You don't have to melt the butter. You can also add in cold butter. And then you mix it for 10 minutes at medium speed until you get the window pane. After 10 minutes, you can hear the slapping sound. Alright. We take this out and we'll check for the window pane. You pinch off a small portion. If the dough is too sticky, you can dip your hands in oil and then you spread it out slowly. If you can spread it out thinly like this, see, then you know that this is enough mixing. So this is ready for rising or fermentation. Here, you form it into a smooth ball and then you add oil, 1 to 2 tablespoons oil. And then upside down and then turn it over and cover this with plastic. We will ferment that for 1 hour. After 1 hour, we will portion them. Cover with plastic. If you don't have plastic, you can use a damp towel. Alright? We'll see this in 1 hour. I have many recipes to share with you. If you're interested, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be alerted when a new video is uploaded. Here is the dough after 1 hour. It's double in bulk. So, you release the air. I will divide this into 40-gram portions to make 36 pieces. After you've portioned them, you form them into smooth balls. You cup your hand and then rub the dough against the table or against the board like this until you get a smooth ball. Or you put your thumb in the middle, fold, then bring your thumb up, fold, 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 and then pinch them together like this, and you have a smooth ball. Again, put your thumb in the middle, fold, then bring your thumb up, then fold, bring your thumb up, fold, until you get a smooth ball like this. Another way is just to do it this way. You just fold it like this and make sure you have a smooth top. I'm going to put 12 balls in an 8-inch round baking pan. You can use any size of baking pan. Today, I'm just going to use 8-inch. This will, you can fill this with 12 to 13 balls. Alright. This one has 12. These are 40-gram balls. We will let this rise so we can make 3 of these from one recipe. So we will let this rise for about 45 minutes. And then we will egg wash or milk wash, and then we bake it. Alright, so we wait until it's double in bulk. The dough is now ready. It's double in size. So we apply milk and egg wash. This is a mixture of 1 whole egg and 2 tablespoons of milk. You can use all milk, you can use all egg. If you use all egg, it's browner. If you use milk, it's shinier, but not as brown. So I mix so I can get both. Alright. By the way, I forgot to show you earlier. After you put them in the pan, you put an egg wash or milk wash, and then another milk and egg wash after rising. So you put milk or egg wash twice. First before it rises, the next after it rises. Alright, then let's put this in the oven. Okay. Alright. 320 degrees. I always like to bake at 320 degrees because I don't like my bread very brown. But if you like your bread brown, then you can bake it at 350. I bake mine between 320 to 330. Alright, for about, maybe let's try about 20 minutes. Ingredients for the icing. 1/4 cup of premium margarine, 1/4 cup of shortening, 1 cup of sifted confectioner sugar. To make the icing, use premium margarine or refrigerated margarine. You can also use butter. And then you have shortening. And then since the margarine and the shortening are at room temperature, I will add the sugar. If your butter or premium margarine is cold, then you cream it, soften it first before you add the powdered sugar. Don't forget to sift your powdered sugar. You cream this for about 3 to 4 minutes until the mixture is light in color. The icing is ready now. We will just wait for the bread to be baked. So see, the color is lighter now compared to this is the original color. It's now very light. I mixed this for about 3 minutes at speed number 4. See the difference of the color? The original one was yellow and now it has become pale white. This is after 25 minutes. See? Pull this, and after that, one I will put melted butter and sugar, the other one I'll put icing and cheese. Okay, the first one we're going to make is, this is the classic pan de Siosa. You brush it with melted butter or melted margarine. Do this when the bread is has cooled down already. Because if you brush this with margarine and dip it in sugar, what happens when it cools down, the sugar will melt. But if it's already cooled down, it won't melt anymore. What I do next is, I do it this way. By the way, if you notice, my bread is not brown at the bottom. I personally don't like very brown bread, but if you want it brown, you can go ahead and bake it some more. So this is how it looks like. This is the classic pan de Siosa. Alright, let's do the special one. This is with the icing. Of course, make sure that your bread has already cooled down so you won't melt the butter icing. Okay. Alright, so you know that the technique is to use a brush to spread out the icing. And this one has no more sugar on top because the icing contains sugar already. Alright. And then, what we're going to do next is we put cheese on top. Now, this is what they call the special pan de Siosa.